Alright guys, today we're going to work attacking from side control and how to go to mount. So basically controlling side control position and how to go from mount. I would like everybody to be working just basic control a little bit live in class because we're going to show it kind of ABC and it's not always like that. First, in the warm-ups there's some good separation of your upper and lower body drills we can do. One of them is the karaoke's across the mat here. Boom, 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 right? To make sure we get the separation. Next one, hands planted forward, I switch here. Boom, foot planted, foot out, there, right, which is going to translate to being side here, switching, controlling there, and controlling my opponent. So here we go. There's basically three ways that I control my opponent from side control. Okay, one is square. When I'm square, I like to control the head with my left hand, either here, or if he blocks me there, I'll come to the other side of his head and pull his head this way. For example, also if he has a pummel, I steer here so I can scoop there and change the angle. Okay, so my left hand's here or here. My right hand I'd always like to have pummeled right here. Is very good. If his hands are tight, I might have it on the other side right here, blocking. So I have like a cradle position on my partner. My legs, notice this is my neutral position. Okay, my right leg might be up against his body like that. Right here, boom. If my hand's going to work to attack. If I lose that leg, I start coming here. If he starts putting me in the guard, that hand goes right there on the floor and just plants, and then I can walk away from it to control. Generally, but not always, my hands are one side and the other. Far side, close side, or close side, far side. When I'm here, I pin his hips between my left elbow and my left knee. Now to move along here, notice my neutral position. Now I switch my legs right there to my switched position. So this is towards my head. I lift my elbow pinning his hip, lift my hip off the floor. All my weight's on him. I feel heavy right here. Really, the contact is the tips of my toes because I'm lifting all of this part of my body up and I'm on him. My right hand can pull up right there. It can control his head. Can hold here. Going to control there. There's neutral. Now when I switch the other way, boom, I'm going to switch right here. Sit there. I'm always trying to grind this arm down or get inside of that arm so I can mount. So my three positions once more. Towards the legs, neutral, towards the head. From here I can start walking around his body. So I'm going to step, switch my hands, north, south, come back, neutral, to the legs, neutral, to the head, switch, north, south, switch back, neutral, back to the legs. From here, what I want to look at now is just both ways to mount, getting real solid with it. First, I do not mount if I can't get inside of the close arm. That means I have to get either my hip or my knee between his elbow and his ribs. So watch, here's with the hip. My right hand's here holding his head. I'm going to switch. I always like to walk this way so that he loses contact with my hip right here. So I'm going to walk to the left so there's no contact. Now I set my hip down and I slide up. My right hand could be scooping, cradling his head, or cupping the other side. Now that I'm up, I've got two options. What I don't want to do is go real wide with my leg and get caught in half guard. So what I am going to do is I'm either going to grab my leg and I stay on top of him right here, just like our exercise at the beginning of the class. Grab, set it down. From here, as I come over, I'm going to grab this arm because it's often going to be pushing there, pull it up, and I switch. So I came there, grab my foot, come over, or I'm going to take my knee, boom, it goes high. So draw the arm up, and my foot up into the armpit and hits the floor. The foot never gets caught again between his legs. If I'm going to do it with my knee, it's much the same. I circle away, circle this way, right? And now I slide with my knee, I slide up his body. As far to the right as I can get. I don't want to allow him to pull his left arm back in like that. So here I go, slide, good pressure, hold. I slide my knee right there. Crawl, 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 head on the floor, knee touches high. Notice how the foot goes to the floor. Just like that. Every time. So the foot goes boom, Boom. If it catches on his feet, he's trying to catch me in guard. Boom. Smack. Right flat. I don't want to be up like this. Once again, great way to get it is I have perfect hand control right here, where I control his head. Scoot this way so he loses contact. Boom. I got inside his left arm. Once again, to reiterate, I will not mount if I can't get inside that arm. Now, my head goes to the floor, my knee high on his chest. Put my head on the floor. My left hand turns over, because often here he tries to push my leg down. He's going to reach over my arm. There we go. See that? So my head goes, look, crawl, crawl, crawl. Knee touches, smack. Now I get high. And look how high a mount I have. I'm already inside his ribs and controlling him very well. What we want to think about with this class is really having good control and starting to get this to intermediate, so a little more live practice so we can see kind of how it really goes. So person on bottom giving mild resistance, trying different things. And keep in mind, the more free I have my arms, the easier it is for me to attack my opponent. That's it, guys. Have fun with it. It's a good class. See you soon.